A bill that changes civil rights protections for transgender Iowans is expected to be signed by the governor. The House and Senate both advanced the bill today at the State House. The House had its own version that it was scheduled to take up for a floor vote today.
House lawmakers instead substituted it for Senate File 418. It passed 60-36 in the House and 35-15 in the Senate. KCCI's Pepper Papura listened in on the deliberation this afternoon. She joins us now live. Pepper, if this becomes law, Iowa will be the first to remove the right.
That's correct, Ben. If the governor signs what passed today, the number of states protecting gender identity will go from 23 to 22. This legislation caused some tense debates and protests in the legislature since it went into subcommittee on Monday. This is how those played out today. After days of protesting inside the state capitol and hours of deliberation on the Iowa House and Senate floors, both chambers passed legislation to strike gender identity protections from Iowa's Civil Rights Act.
Those voting aye, 33, those voting no, 15.
Lawmakers in support of the bill say it's necessary to allow the enforcement of other state laws, like requirements for transgender Iowans to only use school bathrooms that match their sex at birth.
We are here to ensure that a district court does not throw out previous legislation, as they've already in Good versus Iowa Department of Human Services.
Senate Democrats offered alternatives they say would make the laws enforceable without stripping transgender Iowans of their civil right protections.
Amendment S3012 is also another simple amendment. This bill will put the protections back in place related to access to credit and financial institutions within the state.
But those were struck down. In public hearings, lawmakers heard from supporters and opponents of the legislation before voting.
I am here for my grandson. Here's a picture of my grandson. I don't think about him being trans. I think about him as my grandson. I haven't thought about that being trans until his rights were being stripped away.
I'm 17 years old and I am a detransitioner. There were adults I trusted to guide me in the right direction when I was insecure and suicidal. Instead, I was told I may have been born in the wrong body. Having no knowledge of transgender ideology, I thought they were agreeing that something was wrong with me.
One person was also removed for continuously shouting in the Senate gallery after the bill was passed.
Our liberties we prize and our rights we will maintain.
And gender identity has been a protected right in Iowa since 2007 when a Democratic-controlled House, Senate, and governor seat passed the legislation to add it to the Civil Rights Act. The Iowa Civil Rights Office has processed more than 600 complaints relating to gender identity discrimination in that time since. Ben?
Yeah, a lot of emotion at the State House today, Pepper. Thank you. In response to the votes today, the ACLU of Iowa released a statement saying, in part, today is a difficult day for all Iowans who rely on the rule of law to protect their basic human rights. To every Iowan who will be hurt by this law, the ACLU of Iowa will never give up on you and never give up in our ongoing defense of your civil rights. As ever, we are with you, your families, and your loved ones. The family leader, whose representative spoke in subcommittees for these bills, posted on social media, quote, "Put simply, there are times when it's right and good to differentiate between women and biological men, regardless of gender identity. Iowa law now reflects reality and common sense," end quote.
And we will continue to follow what happens with this bill and dozens of others that lawmakers are working on this legislative session. The latest can be found on our website, kcci.com, and our mobile app. And you can turn on breaking news alerts so you can get updates as soon as we post them.